United Kingdom and Ireland are still reeling from the devastating impact of Storm Éowyn, a powerful weather system that's been causing chaos with record-breaking winds, widespread destruction, and major disruptions. Red weather warnings from the Met Office are still in place for Northern Ireland and parts of Scotland. Authorities are urging everyone to prioritize safety as this storm continues to make its presence felt. Now, Storm Éowyn has really set some new records for extreme weather. In Macehead, County Galway, wind gusts reached 114 miles per hour. That's the strongest wind speed ever recorded in Ireland. And it's not just there. Northern Ireland is also taking a hit. In Killowen, County Down, gusts hit 92 miles per hour. These winds have been brutal. Trees are down, roofs have been ripped off buildings, and there's significant damage to structures all over. Some rural roads are completely blocked by debris, leaving entire communities cut off. On top of that, power outages are a massive issue right now. Over 720,000 properties in the Republic of Ireland and 95,000 homes in Northern Ireland are still without electricity. Crews are working hard to restore power, but the conditions are making it incredibly difficult. Downed power lines, blocked access routes. It's a dangerous situation. Hospitals are relying on backup generators, and officials are asking people to conserve energy as much as possible. To keep people safe, schools across Northern Ireland and much of Scotland are closed. In parts of the Republic of Ireland, they've done the same. Universities have suspended in-person classes and exams, and major retailers like Tesco and Sainsbury's have shut their doors in affected areas. Home deliveries are cancelled too. It's all about keeping employees and customers safe. But these closures are also a reminder of the economic toll this storm is taking. Transportation? It's practically at a standstill. Thousands of travelers are stranded because over 350 flights have been cancelled at airports in Aberdeen, Belfast, Edinburgh, and Glasgow. That's affected around 55,000 passengers. Ferry services to and from Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Ireland are also suspended because of the dangerous seas. And trains, they're not faring much better. ScotRail has extended its suspension of operations, and Network Rail crews are trying to clear debris off the tracks, but the strong winds are making it nearly impossible. Even in England, major hubs like Manchester and Newcastle are seeing delays and cancellations. Emergency alerts have gone out to around 4.7 million residents, urging them to stay indoors and avoid any unnecessary travel. Local governments have set up temporary shelters in community centres and schools for those who need a safe place to stay. And believe it or not, nearly 10,000 people have been evacuated from low-lying areas because of the risk of flooding and structural collapse. Emergency responders have been busy. They've already carried out dozens of rescues, helping stranded motorists and residents trapped in storm-damaged homes. Now, while the storm's winds are grabbing most of the attention, the heavy rain is making things even worse. Amber and yellow weather warnings for rain are still in effect, with up to 100 millimeters of rainfall expected in some areas. Rivers in Scotland and northern England are rising fast, and there are growing concerns about flash flooding and even landslides. People in flood-prone areas have been told to move valuables to higher floors and be ready to evacuate at a moment's notice. Here's the thing. Storm Éowyn isn't your typical storm. It's what meteorologists call a textbook example of explosive cyclogenesis. Basically, it deepened by an incredible 50 millibars in just 24 hours. That's double the threshold for this rare and violent phenomenon. This rapid intensification is why the winds are so extreme. And on top of that, there's possibly a stingjet involved, a localized high-speed wind phenomenon that can cause concentrated damage. It's rare, but when it happens, it's devastating. Some of the worst impacts have been felt along the west coast of Ireland. The Met Office is calling Storm Éowyn one of the most dangerous weather events of the decade. A spokesperson stressed how crucial it is to follow safety advice, saying, "Lives are at risk. We urge everyone to stay indoors and listen to official guidance." In Northern Ireland, the First Minister spoke about the resilience of local communities and thanked emergency services for their tireless efforts.